Let me extend a very warm welcome to you all. It's a real honor for me to be able to present you the results of research from research at the Page University. The title of my presentation is Resistance Breeding for Environmental Awareness and Sustainability. When you talk about sign and rootstock, people very often go for the Peewee varieties, and Peewee International was founded in Switzerland in 1999 with a view to breeding fungus-resistant grape varieties, and the objective of this organization is to provide scientific and practical knowledge about fungus-resistant grape varieties. One of the founders of the organization was actually a Hungarian researcher. Of course, breeding started when phylloxera and other diseases were brought in from North America through the 19th century. So the first breeding efforts were aimed at fighting phylloxera, and then downy mildew and powdery mildew. New hybrids were obtained that were resistant partially to downy mildew. There was also some breeding done with the view to helping grapevines be resistant against frost, and some Vitis vinifera varieties were also bred to develop resistance to powdery mildew as well. PB grape varieties are very often referred to as either interspecific hybrids, resistance hybrids, or innovative grape varieties. The idea here is to breed and introduce new grape varieties that can help continue viticulture in the face of future challenges. The idea was to combine the three the hybrid families that carry the three resistance sources could be combined to create new breeds and new grape varieties. The genetic proportion of Vitis vinifera is much higher in these hybrids, and sometimes the resistant therefore interspecific grape these can be more competitive as opposed to other interspecific grape varieties, because they show much better capabilities in terms of production, and they just perform much well in actual production environment. I'd like to show you a list of innovative grape varieties. They are now have authorization for breeding. Pinot Regina is the only one here that is already authorized. This is the only red one here. The rest are all white ones. You see that Pinot Regina, for Pinot Regina, there are 4 gene sections are responsible to provide resistance to downy mildew and powdery mildew. And these grape varieties can now actually be grown out in the field. And this other slide shows the grape varieties that have been submitted for national authorizations, but have not yet been authorized for growing out in the field. there are 4 resistance sources here that are responsible for resistance to powder mildew and downy mildew as well. These include the vanilla variety. It has already been, you'll be able to taste the vanilla wine during the lunch break tasting. It's a mid-ripening white fragrant variety. It's an aromatic variety and performs very well in commercial production. Let me come to that will be other grape varieties whose wines you're going to be able to taste during lunch. One is Yasmin and the other is Merlin. These are the other 2. Bianca is very, very fragrant, very aromatic varieties. So Bianca and Petra are both aromatic varieties. So they have some parents that are very aromatic varieties, and this is why you can smell the jasmine in the wine, hence the name of the grape. Pinot Regina has a European authorization for breeding and growing and planting. For Merlin, Cabernet Dorsa was crossed with other resistant varieties in order for the variety to carry the Cabernet-like properties. But we looked into the origin of Cabernet Dorsa, and it turns out that Cabernet Dorsa's parent actually cake francoche is included in there. So this is why Merlin carries this fruity, sour cherry-like cake francoche character. So why are innovative grape varieties important? Primarily because protection against any pesticide to fight powder mildew or downy mildew are no longer necessary. You will need to run tractors less in the vineyards, so it is less damage due to the heavy machinery in the vineyard, and also there can be a prolonged there's less manual work in the vineyard, and it also provides higher yield security. It's in our research, the variety value research projects, we try to look into the phenological character generally, like bud growth, flowering time, maturation time, rootstock behavior, growth character, etc. When it comes to propagability, you can see that we can see that the innovative grape varieties are more difficult to graft and develop because the forcing method is very important here, and the selection of the right rootstock is also very important. We need to pick the right rootstock that is compatible with such innovative grape variety. But the fact that you can easily create a graft and the scion will is very easily grafted onto a certain rootstock does not necessarily mean that the grapevine is going to work out in the field in actual practice very well. So our grape variety value assessment also covers resistance to stress and and resistance to various viral and bacterial diseases. This image shows clusters of the Yasmin grape variety. I shouldn't say anything bad about these new varieties, but it is to be said about this that while all winemakers are still on holiday in August, this grape variety is normally achieving full ripeness. What we've heard from the previous speaker, that we need to change our habits in order for us to be able to continue making high-quality wines in this new challenging environment. The other grape variety I'd like to talk in detail about is Pinot Regina. Pinot it's a cross with Pinot Noir was used. One of the parents is Pinot Noir. You can make carbonated wine, red wine, or rosé wine from this same grape variety. This allows growers to respond to the challenges from climate change. Merlin is another grape variety whose wines you'll be able to taste during lunch. It gives wines which are very fruity. Last year it gave a very fruity wine with lots of cherry character. It's important to point out that while innovative varieties have resistance to powdery mildew and downy mildew, and you don't need to do anything, to spray anything to fight those two grape varieties, but the resistance sources must be protected. And this is why some basic pest control practices must still be continued on innovative varieties as well. The fact that there's pesticides against downy and powdery mildew are now off the chart. Other bacteria may occur, and like the one causing black rot, and conventional a couple of sprays just around the flowering time can really help get rid of black rot and push it really back. If you got a lot of black rot in 1 year and you had a mild winter, and during which this pest can survive partly, then it will be much more difficult to protect your grapevines against black rot next year. Of course, we also bred varieties that are resistant to black rot as well. One of our objectives was also most innovative grape varieties can also be grown organically, and many growers actually use them in organically farmed vineyards. And it's very difficult to fight black rot using non-conventional pesticides. And our objective was therefore to create varieties that can bring high yields and then test substances that can really help fight black rot. We've selected 25 different pesticides, and we did a laboratory test for this. We placed 3 black rot spots in each plate, and we looked at how well the various pesticides worked and how the black rot developed. And this slide shows the results of this test. The first and the zero, we couldn't see any growth in black rot. We couldn't see any growth in the diameter of the black rot spots in the plates. And a couple of days later, however, it became very apparent which substances were actually successfully diminishing the growth of black rot. The first diagram here shows the control plate. The second and third shows the green GMA substance and how effective it was when a 10% solution and a 20% solution. Then the number 4 diagram shows how successful the phytium was, and it showed it worked pretty well for a short time, but it couldn't provide long-term protection against black rot. And then 3 trichoderma strains were used, and all the 3 trichoderma strains were able to stop black rot very effectively. So here's some images of this test. The left-hand side shows the untreated control sample. There's a GMA, that's a phytium oligandrum. This is the third image. And the fourth on the right-hand side shows the trichoderma, but it's pretty clear that trichoderma was able to control black rot fully, because it really colonized the plate very aggressively. The trichoderma, that is. Other diseases that we need to develop resistance against is the septoria, is the bird's eye spots, as well as the septoria leaf spot. So these are also diseases that you may see. So if you don't use any widespread pesticide use against downy mildew or mildew mildew, these are the diseases may actually occur in the vineyards. We also dissected some buds, grape buds, grapevine buds, and here are the results of that. And here, of course, the results are affected, and how productive the buds are depends on how the various bugs affecting, insects affecting the bugs, and the mites, and how the various mites affecting. We used Bianca as a control variety, and here you see the bud productivity factor. Here on this column shows the final results of the test. So these grape varieties can be purchased from our institution, and I'd like to ask you, thank you for your attention.